Here's my story on constructivism. I figured I would just read it. It's called The Trial. All right, here we go. Neil was young, tired, and anxious. He could feel sweat pushing through the pores on his forehead, reach critical mass, and drip slowly down his face. He reflexively reached for his face, only to hear his padded fingers knock into his helmet visor again. After 10 minutes outside of his ship, the repetitive tickle was only exacerbating his edgy mental state. 5 years of simulations, and never once did he break a sweat, he thought. He remembered his older brother complaining about real-world problems after he'd returned from his FAR knowledge transfer immersion trial, the final stage in the Academy's explicit teaching curriculum. Fortunately, Academy hackers broke into the Federation's network and ripped off advanced simulation hardware design files so that the simulators Neil had been training on for the past 5 years were perfect, virtually. If not for his sweat torturing his nervous system, he may not be able to tell the difference. I wonder what other real-world problems I'll face, he asked himself tenuously, moving away from the ship. Tribal life on SP-8800, or Spato, as all of its residents called it, was simple, but days were long, starting from a young age. At 5, all Spaton children enter the Defense Force Academy. Here, the explicit teaching curriculum focused on the connectedness of math, language, science, and philosophy. Learning facilitators guided cadets through abstract concepts and immediately allowed them to apply those concepts outside the classroom. Whether learning to hunt, climb rocks, or build machines, all education was cooperative. That is, they learned the practical alongside the abstract. Spatons, almost innately, understand that while information can be learned in a classroom, knowledge is acquired situationally. Given the variety of threats Spato faces, from galactic sector warlords to alien virus-infested asteroids to Federation peacekeeping troops, there was no way to prepare for any one specific threat. O'Hare, the commander of the first vessel to land on Spato, proclaimed, "Every Spaton must learn to think more critically than whoever or whatever happened upon our land." Out of the 658 critical threats in the past millennium since the arrival of the first settlers, have Spatons been attacked by a known quantity. Spatons have never been attacked by a known quantity. Our people must wield problem-solving like a sword and collaboration like a shield, O'Hare implored. The Academy is laser-focused on teaching cadets problem-solving to solve problems in their modular groups. Cadets spend so much time in their mod group, sometimes it seems they communicate almost telepathically. Not only do Spatons rely on each other for protection and companionship, but they also rely on each other to learn. The foundation of the Academy system is that learning is a social process. But now Neil was focused on staying alive. Knowledge transfer is relative, I suppose, he thought. Every abstract concept he'd ever applied in his world on Spato now seemed like near knowledge transfer compared to his brain, how his brain reeled now to relate to this alien world. His mastery of applied physics and biology on Spato had no basis here. I guess that's why they call it FAR Knowledge Transfer Immersion Trial. The only meaningful context Neil had was the simulator time, but the simulator generates an infinitely wide variety of environments, none of which are similar to this place, this hot, dark, heavy world. If you want to stay alive in this trial and earn my Spato, if I want to stay alive on this trial and earn my Spato citizenship, I must generalize, Neil thought. Analogies and metaphors relating to the knowledge, relating the known to the unknown, help me decipher this world. But if I'm too reliant on them, I may overtranspose the metaphor's significance and get myself killed. Remember what your facilitator taught you. Your subconscious brain must adopt abstract ideas and the concrete but divergent world you know and your surroundings. To your surroundings, sorry. Only then will I prove to my tribe that my mind and my body function in unison, and I will be able to take my place as a recognized citizen of Spato. The end. Thanks.